Hi everybody, this is Janet Wright, and this will be a thorough walkthrough video where I am walking you through what I'm going to call Life River Healing 2.0. So it's everything that we're doing in this triplet set in late December 2018, which just like the early December 2018 triplet set, we are doing Life River Healing work. The earlier set was for Serenity and Creativity, and this is for Serenity and Productivity, but compassionate productivity, not like turning yourself into a machine and going despite the needs of your mind or your body. No. But anyway, you can also tweak the theme and just have it be for general life force. You can have it be for creativity and serenity. I would say it's definitely gonna help you with serenity though, no matter what. And the way we're doing it now is for serenity and productivity. Yeah, you know, let's add inner light. Because I mentioned that in the intro video for this set, just now when I made it, that I feel like if it is winter solstice time for you, and even if it's not, it's really good to be able to illuminate your mind and your heart and your day, you know, be your own shining light, which may mean you still need to take a nap or something, you know, but to kind of lighten your mood, to remind yourself of what matters, you know, to kind of lift your spirits. So I think we're gonna add that, let's add that to this theme. So, cause you can do Life River Healing for, you know, you can customize the theme of it as you do it. So we'll add that. So it'll be for Serenity, compassionate productivity, and inner light, being your own inner light. Yay. And there will be sort of conceptually two parts. The preparatory part of it, which doesn't work on the Life River yet, but it does aura repair, and it does grounding, unblocking, and it unravels resistance, which is a nice non-resistance technique for your aura, above your aura, your chakras, and your grounding. And we'll use a little bit of healing to unblock all the chakras, a little bit of gold light for that. And we'll ask the angels to do a special clean out of planetary darkness. And then we'll go to the Life River part of it, Life River 2.0. And Life River 2.0, the difference is we're just viewing the river one way the whole time. We're not doing like a separate river each time because I think it just saves time. It's more efficient that way. Plus we are, we're really going to be looking for, as I said in the intro video, we're really going to be looking for energy blocks in your river that you are holding in place subconsciously due to repression and denial that you have. But that you really, you're ready to release these energy blocks, but you just, you know, that denial part of you didn't get the memo, you know, so we're going to help you to let go of your denial, let go of your repression, and clear those energy blocks in particular, because those energy blocks are the ones that people are most likely to cord. And if they cord energy blocks in your river, then typically they're sending energy into your river. They could be draining your river too of energy, but a lot of times I see where they're sending their energy in, maybe their fear or what they feel you should be doing that you're not doing or whatever. And so they're sending energy into these energy blocks in your river, which then gets carried with the river of your life force to you. So not everybody controls other people this way, but if I had to just eyeball it, probably 70% of all the participants have somebody in their life doing that. You know, so it's a fairly typical way to influence somebody. You could directly energy cord them, which you shouldn't, but you could, you know, people do subconsciously, or you can also cord their life river, or you could also dump on their spiritual path, but we're not dealing with that in this set. So those are all the, you know, nefarious ways people can control other people. So we want to, we want to help you with that. So that's why Life River 2.0 really works on these energy blocks you're in denial about, because the energy blocks, there could be energy blocks that you just haven't gotten around to clearing, but you're not in, they don't have denial and repression around them. So your mind can kind of notice them. So if somebody cords those, you're more likely to subconsciously get rid of the cords on an ongoing basis and not be zapped by somebody cording those energy blocks in your river. But if you have denial around a whole bunch of energy blocks, then there could be 20 people cording that and you're just like, ma, that's not happening. Why do I feel so weird? So that's why Life River 2.0, we're really going for the denial energy blocks, that you're ready, that are healthy and gentle to clear right now. Okay, so let's get started. All right, so I'm spreading out my hands because my aura is big and hopefully yours is too. And so for a big aura, it's probably about this wide all around. So if you spread out your hand and your arm, it's as wide as the heel of your hand. So that wide, okay, all the way around you. So that means I would suggest that your grounding is that wide too, okay? Just like in this amazing drawing, okay? So of course her arms should be longer, based on what I just said. But anyway, so grounding is the connection for your aura and your body and you all the way down to the core of the earth. And it just allows you to dump and release what you're ready to let go of, right? All the time. So that's a good thing. And you want this to be unblocked and flowing all the time, which, requires a little maintenance. But anyway, let's create a brand new grounding. Make it red. It could be red, orange, or yellow. You can make it any of those colors, but in the healing, we started with red. So make a big red or orange or yellow grounding all the way down to the core of the earth. Keep it wide all the way down and wide in front. Your aura goes in front of you and behind you, right? So make it all that wide, right? And then have a copy of that grounding out in front of you and just comb downward through your copy of your grounding. So kind of like this, and you're just combing through because there maybe are some tangles down there. And so you just want to use your hands and the gold light from your hands and just melt away. Maybe you have a pile of energy blocks or just one or two somewhere, kind of like shelves in the grounding. So just lots of gold light and just melt those away. So it's like a big giant red waterfall just falling down all around you, all the way down to the core of the earth. Deep breath. You can remind yourself it's okay to let go. Maybe it's time to let go. Maybe there are things that it's really silly you haven't let go of yet. Maybe today's the day, so just, I can let go. I can let go, right? Okay. So you can redo your gold energy aura buffer zones. And if you don't know what those are, just ask your angels to do it for you. But you can, write in your journal that hopefully you have near you, gold energy aura buffer zones. That's the name of the video that will teach you how to do them. But anyway, just remake your gold energy aura buffer zones, or say, angels, can you give me gold buffer zones? But you gotta say angels. So your angels do it. Okay. And then now in the healing, we did aura repair, which, as I said in the intro, it's really important always. Doing aura repair daily would be a great idea, but especially this time of year, because so many people get so triggered and they get more invasive because they're triggered. And so the likelihood of you getting aura damage really increases this time of year. But lucky you can repair it for free whenever you want. You can get really good at it, I promise. So anyway, just imagine a copy of your aura out in front of you. So like all this awesomeness that is your aura, make a tiny copy out in front of you, maybe a grapefruit size, and just heal it. You want it to be like a round bubble, but maybe it's got a giant scoop out of it, particularly in the back of the head. But it could be anywhere. It could be up above your head or like by your tummy. You could get damage anywhere really. And just wash out the ripped places with gold light. And you don't have to see the rips and tears. You just use your imagination like you're reading a story, It still works. So gold light, wash out the rips and tears. Because again, you know, if you need to rest because of physical reasons, that's great to honor that and rest. But if you feel like you need to rest just because you're missing a chunk in your aura, well, go ahead and fix your aura. That'd be a lot easier. All right, so just repair that aura up. Come on, you can do it. And at this part of the healing, what we did, because sometimes you'll have a ripped part that's not quite healing right. And sometimes there's some beings in the way of that. Beings, like, not to spook you, you know, you're a being, I'm a being, but we're really big beings and we own these bodies and we're supposed to be in the body, right? But you can have little trespasser beings that, you know, just hog up little ripped places in your aura once they get ripped. So what we did in the healing is we did an easy workaround where you just ask your angels to clean out planetary darkness energy from your body, mind, and spirit. And when you say that, clean out planetary darkness, angels, definitely say angels, right? Because that means you're talking to your personal angels. Angels, please clean out planetary darkness energy from my body, mind, and spirit. So you can just breathe deeply, maybe give yourself a hand massage while your angels do the work. And again, you just said with your mind, angels, please clean out planetary darkness energy from my body, mind, and spirit. And I had somebody in their survey, which I think I read it, but I forgot to email her with the answer because there's so many surveys, but here's her answer. She said, well, planetary darkness energy, is that from this planet? Where is that from? What is it? So it's not just energy that is literally from this earth. It can be from, you know, wherever in the cosmos. It's just energy that's invasive and is not supposed to be in your space, but it is. So I don't go into a lot of detail about what that is. You know, she was like, is it this? She listed off like 7 things. And, you know, it's just, I mean, some things she listed seemed really benevolent and I don't think they would be in your space. You know, like a garden fairy or something is not going to be hanging out in your space. You know, it's more just invasive spirits that are, you know, trespassing. So just say that and your angels give you a good clean out, particularly if you let go, you just relax, you know, have some tea while they work, give yourself a hand rub while they work, just chill, because that allows you to let go. Because sometimes people do that thing, they ask the angels, but then they're like so resistant and freaked out that they're really holding on to everything that's bugging them. And so that's kind of a tug of war with you and your angels. Angels, please clean it out. And then you're like, so you want to definitely try to relax, try to just chill out, which, you know, I know takes practice for some of you, and that's okay. I promise you'll get better. But maybe, you know, something like a hand rub or a deep breath might trick yourself into relaxing more. All right, good. So then finish up aura repair, because if there were any beings in the way of your aura fully mending, that probably cleared it up. Just asking your angels to, you know, clean out planetary darkness energy from your body, mind, and spirit. So now if you go back to your little copy of your aura out in front of you and keep using gold light and have it go through all the rips and tears in your aura, and, you know, you can comb through your grounding too, just while you're at it, with lots of gold light. And when you're doing your grounding, you just want to wash out any of the energy blocks that are there all the way down to the core of the earth, and then the energy just gets absorbed when it gets to the core of the earth. But anyway, so keep repairing your aura. What happens is at some point all the rips and gashes, they get more and more shallow, and then they're just like little lines, kind of like little scars. But keep going. Go past that point where there are little scars and grooves on the surface of your aura. You want it to be like it was really never there. Yeah. So my angels kind of make it sparkle, you know, like a purple sparkle, because you want that outer, you want your 7th chakra to be at purple. And that is maybe part of why I like purple hair, although I just like that color anyway. But anyway, you want your seventh chakra, a nice color for that is purple. Not just like fashion-wise, literally on an energy level, it works well. So you can just imagine that energy center in the top of your head and set it to your favorite shade of purple, whatever that is. And so that makes that outer layer of your aura, because this chakra, whooshes up energy and sends it, fountaining down the outer layer of your aura as, your confidence and your intuition and certainty and all that. So you have this purple, like downward, beautiful fountain of your confidence, right? And so you want that to be nice and spherical. You don't want, giant valleys where they don't belong. But my angels like to make it, for me, they just like make it sparkle once I got rid of all the aura damage. So it's definitely very purple and sparkly right now. I think half of it maybe is my angels make it sparkle, but I think half of it is it just naturally sparkles when it's much more healthy and whole. So it's sort of half and half. Okay, so now we did aura repair. We combed through your grounding, you made a grounding. We redid gold energy aura buffer zones, which are big gold fields of healing energy outside of your aura. We did aura repair. We got the angels to clean out planetary darkness energy. We finished aura repair. So let's unravel resistance. So unraveling resistance is just the latest and greatest non-resistance method that the angels have shown me. There have been sort of an involvement of those techniques over time. But unraveling resistance is kind of like if you imagine, all your chakras out in front of you, which, you may get into this space where you're trying too hard when you do that, but chakras are just energy centers, so 7th chakra is in the top of your head, 6th is behind your forehead, 5th is, in your throat, 4th is in the center of your chest, 3rd is where your sternum bone ends, so right here. 2nd is below your belly button, 1st is at the base of your spine. So 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So they look like cylinders, round cylinders, right? And so most of them, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 are like this. So energy flows in the front, spins around, flows out the back, right? Flows in the front, spins around, flows out the back, right? But your 7th is this way. So energy flows in the bottom of it, spins around and fountains out the top of your head. So that doesn't blow my mind to imagine, but it may blow your mind. So you can just not think about visualizing when you do it then. You can just create with your thought and your intention, okay? A copy of all your chakras out in front of you, okay? So just be like, okay, fine. This is a copy of all my chakras out in front of me. Just leave it at that. You created the thought, you made it, it's there. Okay, so you got your 7, your open cylinder for your 7th chakra, copy of your 7th chakra, then 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, and you're imagining copies of those chakras, and you're imagining your resistance around it, around these chakras. And for me, when I look at resistance, I look at this technique of unraveling resistance. It's like the resistance is like almost like big ropes, like you might see on a ship. So they're very big, thick ropes of this resistance, and they can just wrap around all the chakras and just kind of lock it up. And it really blocks releasing and flow. So you just melt the ropes. You just unravel the resistance, like just relax. Just take your time, use gold light, which comes out of your palm of your hand and your fingertips. And you just bathe those ropes of resistance in lots of gold light and just relax. Don't be like, hey, gotta unravel it, because you're resisting to unravel resistance and that won't work. And you have to be like, do, I'm gonna be the flow. It's okay, it's all right. You know, you have to be the one that's comforting the freaked out part of you. You know, like one of my participants, who, you know, this is his first triplet set, so hi. He was freaking out a lot, and I think part of it is just resistance. You know, you don't know how to get yourself out of resistance. But this is how. You just relax. You have to, it's like you kind of divide yourself in a way, but only momentarily, you know? It's like there's you that's like, ah! And then there's you that is comforting. So you're like, hey, I'm safe. I'm okay. This is okay. I can get through this. Take a deep breath. You know, I'm safe. It's all right. You know, so that's how it works. You just calm this resistant part of you. Just be like, hey, it's all right. And you may not consciously be resistant, but everybody has subconscious resistance that you can melt away. So that's what we're doing. So you just imagine the subconscious resistance around your chakras, like big ropes. They're all tangled up. And you just keep relaxing and talking to this part of you, being like, hey, it's all right. I can let go. I can relax. It's okay. Because honestly, like sometimes people have a problem with beings in their space, right? You know, oh my God, a being's in my space. But like 90 plus, over 90% of everybody's problems is basically created by their own resistance. And then the universe and everything else kind of, you know, fills in the rest. But the bulk of why me and you and everybody's stuck is because of our resistance. We just don't know we're doing it, and we're not good at getting out of it. So just relax this part of you. It's okay. It's all right. It's all right. And as you're doing it, it's calming down more and more. This resistant part of you is melting away. And so you're getting back more like chilled out life force, you know? So like less of you is like, you know? So you just keep doing it until, you know, you just feel like, you know, generally it sort of looks and feels on an energy level like an exhale, like, you know? So you just wait till you get your exhale, you know, till you feel like all the ropes just unraveled and melted away. There. So now you can do that also above the top of your aura, or like in the top of your aura too. There are all sorts of places where you can have resistance. You know, you can have resistance in all your major chakras, which is what we just unraveled. You can have resistance in the bottom of your aura layers, in the top of your aura layers, also in your grounding, also above your aura. So we basically tend to do complementary areas at the same time because they kind of feed off each other. So it's more effective to clear them both at the same time. So we might clear this resistance and this resistance at the same time, and then we'll clear this resistance and this resistance at the same time. So let's do that. Let's clear it above the top of your aura and in your grounding at the same time. We'll clear the resistance. Okay, above the top of your aura and down in your grounding. Okay, so this is where you really need little copies out in front of you, right? Because you can't reach all the way up there and reach all the way down in your whole grounding, you know, because that goes miles and miles down. So you make a teeny copy with a teeny you, and you're just imagining the resistance in your grounding and above your aura. That is you, subconscious parts of you, and just relax those parts. You know, imagine the resistance, like a bunch of tangled big ropes. That's you, that, you know, you're maybe conscious of, maybe not. Like sometimes I try to tune into what this part of me is saying, you know, and it'll be something that generally will make sense, but it'll be like, wow, I didn't know I was that worried about that, you know, even though a little part of you is. So if I tune into, just for an example, well, I'll be quiet so you can practice tuning into your resistance and see what it sounds like. Keep combing through it with gold light. Don't become that resistance, but just kind of listen. More gold light. Stay here. Keep breathing. Maybe wiggle your toes so that'll anchor you to your body. Okay, so for me, just for an example, and if that experiment wasn't effective for you, you know, you're just learning. It's okay. You know, you can try it each time you listen to the video. But for me, when I was combing through these parts of my resistance, there's a part of me going, taxes, taxes, taxes. I have to pay taxes. I have more taxes to pay. I have taxes to pay. I have to pay taxes. You know, which I understand that that's a concern of mine, but it's kind of wild that this part of me is so tied up about it, but that's the way it works, you know? So anyway, you can kind of get a sense of what are you flipping out about with this resistant part of you, and just, you know, don't roll your eyes. Even though I just rolled my eyes at this resistant part of myself, try not to do what I'm doing. Don't be me. No, just like, okay, roll your eyes for a second, laugh for a second, but then go into nice mode and be nice to that part of you. And be like, hey, it's okay. It always works out. It's gonna work out. You know, if it's about money, you know, just tell yourself that, you know, money is energy, abundance is energy, you know, you're learning, you're getting better, just, you know, it's gonna work out. You know, we're gonna take one day at a time. It's all right. You know, just relax this part of you. Take your time, lots of gold light. And again, we're unraveling resistance in this top part above your aura and down in your grounding. So just calm it down. So I just got that exhale part up there and down there. You may not actually exhale, but you might. But at some point you just feel like it's kind of like, okay, I'm better. You have that like, taxes, taxes, taxes. Or whatever it is you were freaking out about. Okay, so then the last area we're gonna do to unravel your resistance is up here and down here. And again, this is optional. There may be a day that you're doing this video that, you know, you just feel it's around the chakras and not in all these areas, you know, whatever. It's just what you need at the time. So above, in the top of all your aura layers, so just above your head, and below your feet in your aura, right? Unravel resistance up here and down here. So just use that little copy, just comb through with gold light. And if you want, you can, don't be that resistance, but just kind of listen to that part of you. What is it that's upsetting you or getting you resistant? And then just relax that part of you. It's okay. Take a deep breath. It's all right. It's gonna be okay. You have to learn to comfort yourself. It's all right. All right, cool. And one other thing quickly about, one other thing quickly is when you're doing the unraveling resistance of all the chakras, you might feel like it doesn't unravel from all the chakras. Like if you have that copy again of all your chakras out in front of you, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'm just doing the copy of both at the same time. Like advanced people know that there's a set of 7 chakras in your astral body, and then there's a complementary set of 7 chakras in your physical body. But you can just do them all at once if you want. That's what we did in this healing. So you just imagine, but newbies, don't worry about that. So just imagine, you know, both copies of your chakras out in front of you as one, you know, just superimposed together, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Your body chakras and your physical body chakras and your spirit body chakras. And as you unravel your resistance, you may actually feel like most of it unravels, but then maybe, you know, 4, 3, 2, 1. So there's 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right? So maybe a lot of it unraveled, but then maybe 4, 3, 2, 1 still has some tightness there, you can tell. So then maybe you don't have to do 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just focus on 4, 3, 2, 1, and just keep working on unraveling the resistance of 4, 3, 2, 1. And for me, sometimes when I know it worked is I see this flash of color for that chakra. So I was doing 4, 3, 2, 1, then I see this flash of green. but I don't see the flash of yellow for the third. So I feel like, okay, 3, 2, 1 is now too tight still. So just keep, unraveling resistance with gold light on 3, 2, 1. And then I just see this flash of orange. So I feel, yellow. So I feel like 3 now woke up, and it's more like making lots of energy. It's not resistance. So 2 and 1. So now I'm just working on chakras 2 and 1, which, below the belly button and at the base of the spine. 2, 1. 2 is for emotions, and 1 is for courage and abundance and safety. So good stuff to work. But anyway, just, you don't have to know all that detail. Like a newbie's not going to be like, 2 is emotions. 2 is orange. I mean, that's going to be a lot of confusing information to have at your ready when you're a super newbie, but that's okay. You just sense 7 energy centers out in front of you, and just know that your resistance will probably unravel first on some of the upper chakras, and then you may need to spend a little extra time as you go down with the other chakras. And that's probably because maybe you're more used to being present in some of these upper chakras, but not so present in these lower chakras. So that's what I did in the triplet set. I noticed that people needed, as I was unraveling resistance with them around their chakras, I had to, just keep doing that unraveling on like some of the lower chakras. So at first it was 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I worked 4, 3, 2, 1 for everybody. And then I worked 2 and 1 for everybody. And I just feel like when I'm done with 2 and 1, I get this burst of color, and if you're a newbie and you don't remember that it's a rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, there are 2 blues. There's just a flash of a rainbow color that you feel like, oh, that's good, And, but anyway, you just want to relax it all. But that's a little bit of an advanced thing. If you feel like TMI, too much information, then never mind about that. And then a little bit unblocking, because those round openings, it's a cylinder, the round opening in the front and a round opening in the back, right? So you want to unblock. The 7th has the round openings in the top and the bottom, in there, in the top of your head. So in the top of your head. So you can just, with your intention, unblock them all at once, have all the blockages just kind of pop out and melt away. Pop, 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 pop. I feel like making funny noises is fun. But if I was meditating and not making a video, I wouldn't say the pop out loud. I may do the pop in my imagination and my mind though, because it is fun. I feel like if you do fun things, it keeps your energy lighter, being more playful. It was so cute. This one participant who does a lot of these healings, she's like, the other day I was so silly, Janet. What was wrong with me? And I was like, well, I think you discovered some of your playfulness. And she's like, oh, that's good. So yeah, the more and more, pain and whatever that you get rid of, the more whole and stable you are. You actually can start to have a little bit of bubbly joy come now and then, and it's not a bad thing, I promise. Okay, great. Good job, everybody. Woohoo! So that was just the prep part. But actually the rest is pretty simple. I mean, it's like the big wow stuff is what's next, but it's the prep work that we just did is the stuff that's sets the stage, so that this stuff is just like just works out. Okay, so this is the Life River 2.0 stuff. But you know what we did in the healing before we got to Life River 2.0, real quick, it's just we redid our gold energy aura buffer zones. It just takes a second, or you can have your angels do it if you don't yet know what that is. So angels, give me new gold buffers, please. And then we redid the grounding, so nice and big, but we did an orange one this time, but you can do red or orange or yellow. But big, wide grounding all the way down to the core of the earth, all the way up. And then we used it like a straw. We did a 1-color earth energy soak. So we brought up orange earth energy, and you just soaked your whole aura and your grounding and all your chakras and your bones and your face in the orange earth energy, all the way up to the top of your aura. And you just kind of soak in that earth energy. Oh, which is nice. It's kind of like being in a forest, because forests do that. Trees bring up a lot of extra earth energy, so you can just kind of soak in it. It feels very safe. So that's what an earth energy soak does as well. So you're doing the work of trees to comfort yourself. But anyway, okay, so now Life River 2.0. So just imagine you're a river, and and like I said, you can customize this for efficiency. So it's not just your life river for life force and motivation. It's your life river for life force, motivation, serenity, compassionate productivity, and being your own light, having inner light for yourself, lighting your own, illuminating your spirit. Yay. So what we're doing is, there's really one river, but we want to particularly notice any energy blocks or anything that's in the way of all that good stuff. So the flow of life force and motivation, the flow of serenity energy, the flow of compassionate productivity energy, and the flow of your ability to be your own inner light. I love that concept. Okay. So we just want to notice the river, and don't freak out. Maybe your river is like a little trickle, it's okay. It's workable. So just ground the whole river for starters, bring up some red earth energy from the center of the earth in your little copy out in front of you. And so you bring up the red earth energy and just sort of wash out the river with the red earth energy. And then just use gold light from your hands, your hand chakras, and your fingertip chakras, little energy centers that you have. Big one here and little ones here. Okay, so just use that gold light to wash out where the river should be. Like, even if it's just this little trickle, wash out that whole area where a big river would flow. So don't just focus on the little trickle that you have if you don't have a big river. Just imagine the big river that you feel that you really need, ideally, and just kind of own that whole space for the big river. Your big river of your life force and your motivation. And one thing that we did in this set, which is a little new, we said, angels, please help me to protect my life river. And we did that at the end, but I think it's nice to do it now. You just make sure you say angels, because then your personal angels will hear, because not all beings in the universe are benevolent. And so you want to always be specific. And when you say angels, please help me with something, it's going to be your own personal angels, which are divine and altruistic spirits that would never hog up your energy or anything. They're just there to help. They have no sort of self-interested angle that they're working. So you can say, angels, please help me to protect my life river. And then just, and notice how we're saying, please help me to protect it. Because at first I thought, oh, well, we could say, angels, please protect my life river. But that's very passive. That's like, oh, I can't heal my own river. I can't keep it safe. I can't do it, angels. And the angels were like, no, 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 we will help you do it. Because they want you to get stronger and more powerful and more, empowered. So, okay. So now keep washing out where the whole river would be. If you had your nice giant river that you need, and just wash it out with gold light. And then the area at conception, you may see it differently, but I tend to see it it's just like a round opening. And your eternal life force from all the lifetimes that you've had comes through that opening, as much as you would need in this life. Comes through that opening at conception, and that's how the river for this life starts. So you just imagine that opening, and you can enlarge that so you see it clearly, and you want to wash out of that opening any blockages that are healthy and gentle for you to clear right now. And an easy way to be clear on that is just say, well, I only want to see what's healthy and gentle for me to clear, or I only want to clear what's healthy and gentle for me to clear right now, right? And so you just wash away. Like for me, I see the round opening, and it's not a perfect circle, it's sort of like an oval for me right now. And I just feel like there's a lot of rocks on either side. So I'm just gonna melt my rocks away. And that way more of the life force river can come through the opening and the river gets stronger. And a lot of times with this kind of healing, a little goes a long way. So, you know, that might be enough for me, you know, just unblocking that opening. But what I would say too is let's do this other part, because I think it would be a great complement. Even if that was most of what you needed to do today, the other part is let's look for energy blocks in the river. And this is that Life River 2.0 thing that we didn't do. Well, we certainly didn't do it in the videos for last triplet set. I kind of squeezed it into the last healing of last triplet set, but imagine your river and imagine energy blocks that you're really ready to clear, that would be really healthy and gentle for you to clear right now, but your mind has a lot of denial and repression around them. So just make those kind of obvious right now. You only want to see the energy blocks in your river that are healthy and gentle for you to clear, but you have a lot of denial and repression around these energy blocks. So for me, I just see, you know, these, like they're like little vertical walls in my river. But you might see them like giant rocks, you know, it depends. There's no bad way to see it or imagine it. And what you want to do, because people tend to, they're more likely to cord and you're less likely to remove those cords into these energy blocks, because your mind's like, no, these aren't even here. Your mind is in denial. So you know, except for now, but normally your mind is in total denial that these blocks are here. So you could have like everybody you know cording these energy blocks and you wouldn't do anything about it because you're like, what energy blocks? I don't see them. I don't see that. You know, because that's what denial is. Denial is like your mind saying, it's not there. It's not there. So even though it's there, you know, everyone else sees it's there, but you don't because you're in denial, right? So find those energy blocks, just because psychic stuff is cool like that. You can just will yourself to see it because you're just wanting to see the ones that it would totally help you right now to clear. It's not too much to clear. Maybe, I go into this in more detail in the intro, but it's like maybe when you were 5 or when you were 16, this was too much for you to clear. But right now, it's like, of course not. You know, it's like you're just getting out of your own way by clearing it. So what you do is we're only gonna do what's healthy and gentle to do right now, right? But step 1 is you just melt away all the cords going into these energy blocks. We'll call them denial energy blocks. You know, energy blocks you're in denial about. And just melt away all the cords going into them from other people. Take your time. And then when you get a sense that, okay, I think all the cords are gone, then you can just melt the energy blocks. Because it's generally easier to do it that way. Get rid of the cords first, and then get rid of the energy blocks. And just relax. Maybe have a sip of tea. Because you might have to calm your mind, because part of your mind might still be like, no, that stuff isn't there, it's not there, nothing's there, nothing's there. So the rest of you better be pretty chill and be like, hey, this is easy, I can do this. Yummy tea, I can chill out and do this. So just relax with the gold light. Just comb through these denial energy blocks in your life river and just let them melt away. And you may need to reground right now. So we could do that, just brand new grounding. You can make it yellow if you want, or red or orange, that's fine. And maybe do that color in soak, do an earth energy soak, bring up that color of earth energy up, and soak. You know, you're grounding essentially like a straw, and you're bringing up, you know, yellow maybe, or red or orange earth energy up, and you're soaking your whole energy system with an extra amount of earth energy. Now the thing is, like I said, that may be enough now. You know, you cleared some energy blocks, you cleared some denial energy blocks, you asked your angels to help you protect your life river, you know, that could be good. But in the healing, what we did was there were batches of denial energy blocks that people were ready to clear. So once they cleared some, then they were like, oh, now I'm ready to clear some more. And so then we cleared some more, and then all of a sudden everyone was ready to clear even more. And I just checked with the angels. I had people double check with their angels, but we did at least 3 batches. And that was in the first triplet set of this, healing. And I checked with the people that hadn't gotten the first triplet set, because I have on my participant list, I have it marked who got the first triplet set, who already, therefore they have experience with Life River, and who has not gotten that triplet set. So I know to check with those people too, so that I didn't like push people or anything. But anyway, so what we did in the triplet set is we found another batch of denial energy blocks in the Life River. Okay, so you imagine your Life River, you have conception on one side, you have you and present on the other side, and it's just a flowing river. And again, it may be a smaller river than you would like, but you're gonna wash out the whole big area that a big river would take up, so that you're basically preparing for that river to get bigger and flow more. And find some denial energy blocks that part of you repressed, at some point. And so like you kind of get stuck in repressing them and being in denial, right? But these are healthy and gentle for you to clear. You're finding energy blocks that have denial and repression surrounding them, but they're healthy and gentle to clear today. And I tend to see multiple groups at once, but maybe you just see one group of them, that's okay. But okay, so have your angels double check. Angels, can you double check, make sure these are good for me to clear right now? And if one group disappears, maybe your angels are like, you can clear that one later, so they made that one vanish, right? But if you still see the energy blocks out in front of you, so like I had 3 groups and one of them just vanished, my angels were like, do that one later. So I have 2 groups out in front of me. And so gold light to melt away the energy cords going into these energy blocks, because again, these are denial energy blocks. So it could be that people have been cording these energy blocks for a while, but you're just like, oh, that's not there, that's not happening. Because denial only covers it up for you. Like everybody else on a spirit level, is aware that those energy blocks are there. So anyway, long story short, just melt away the cords from your denial energy blocks in your Life River. Your angels already double checked, so you're not doing too much. And then now that the cords are melted, just melt the actual energy blocks and the denial with it. It just kind of understood that you're melting away your denial and your repression as you melt away these energy blocks. Just relax, maybe wiggle your toes. I just burped. Sometimes people ask, like, I burped a lot when I did that video. Is it because of energy clearing? And yeah, I think sometimes, clearing energy does, it releases things that were bottled up, so I think sometimes there's a physical correlation with that. But anyway, so just keep washing that out. And if yours is already cleared, if there's another set that your angels clear you to the okay that you could clear, go ahead and do that one too. But I'm just gonna be done with this. Yeah. I feel like now I have a little extra gold sparkle on my river. And ideally your river would be gold and flowing and pretty big. But it takes work over time. Sometimes maybe your river has gotten so depleted that it's like this little trickle. But the more you do this video over time, the more it'll build up. And that way you'll have more serenity, more ability to be your own inner light, and more compassionate productivity. And again, compassionate productivity means that, I explain it better in the intro video, I think, but it's sort of like you want to be productive, you want to get stuff done, but on the other hand, you understand sometimes that it's just not the right day for it, or you need to take a nap instead, or whatever. Like I have this video that I emailed to people. It's an old video, 5 years ago, video called What is a Processing Day? So if you're searching on your phone, I think you have to search all of YouTube. So you just write Janet Wright Processing Day, and then you'll see it. It's a 10-minute discussion video. And my hair is not purple. So it's still me, even though my hair is not purple. But it talks about, some days, you just need to chill. You know, your spirit is kind of busy. and you know, so we do want to work productivity. Productivity is absolutely something you could work, but compassionate productivity, I think, is a more humane and ultimately more fulfilling way to go about it, where you factor in the needs of your body, mind, and spirit. Okay, so what we will do is we're gonna start to wrap up now. So at the end, what we did is we imagined, well, I did it for people, but go ahead and imagine a copy out in front of you of your aura and your grounding, and just wash out your aura and your grounding, lots of gold light, and your chakras, lots of gold light, unravel the resistance throughout your whole space. It's okay, you can do it, you can do it. You know, wash out your aura, check for aura repair. Because you know, some people have relatives that as you're doing the video will be like, so your aura could have gotten damaged as you were doing the video. So just, you know, a little bit extra gold light just to poof out your aura again and heal it up just in case. And redo your gold buffer zones just in case for safety. Safety first. Okay, and then you can redo your grounding, whatever color you want, red or orange or yellow is what I would suggest, nice and wide. Maybe do another earth energy soak, bring it up. I think this time I'm gonna do orange again. And what we did is I just suggested to people at the end of the healing, if they wanted, they could make 100 gold suns that are shining on their aura at all times. So you just make, you know, it doesn't have to be 100, it could be 50 or 10, whatever number kind of works for you. But, you know, I like 100. So just imagine 100 gold suns all around you that you're creating of gold universal healing energy that are like aimed at you and shining on you the whole time. And then do that with your grounding too. So just, you know, all around your grounding, your three-dimensional grounding, just have all these gold suns shining on your grounding so that they keep it healed and whole and flowing. So 100 gold suns around your grounding down there, right? And then you can even do 100 gold suns or whatever number you want, shining on your spiritual path. And we have other videos where we work the energy of your spiritual path. It's like, you know, how you move forward, how you have momentum and learn what you're meant to learn. So you can imagine that like a road in front of you, you know, that you're moving forward on. But you can make 100 gold suns so they're shining gold light, gold healing energy on your path, on you now and on your path forward. So it's like, you know, preemptively making it more positive for you. So 100 gold suns around your aura, 100 around your grounding, and 100 on your path, just shining and illuminating it with universal gold healing energy. And how we ended this healing, how we always end these healings these days, is just ask your angels for a healing and a blessing. So angels, can you please give me a healing and a blessing? And that's all you have to think. And like I said, the more you relax while that happens, the better. So maybe just drinking a cup of tea relaxes you while your healing happens from your angels. Maybe a little hand massage, maybe just a deep breath. You can think, I can let go, I can let go. And what you did in this video, you unraveled resistance, you repaired your aura, you did a lot of unblocking of your chakras, you did the Life River Healing 2.0 stuff. Being able to have a flowing grounding is really important for the next day or two. So Tricolor Earth Energy Soak is a nice little easy exercise. It's a 6-minute video to unblock your grounding if you ever need it. I'll put it at the end of this playlist, towards the end of this playlist. It's a 6-minute video, Tricolor Earth Energy Soak. Very kid friendly, so you could do it with your kid if you ever want, you know, the first video for your kids to play with meditation. Kids are always pretty good at this stuff. Well, I shouldn't say always, but they don't have a lot of that inner doubt typically that adults might have to distract them. They'll just do it. So anyway, you did so much, and so just imagine you're letting go. It's okay to let go. Just use that nice wide flowing grounding. All right, and again, we helped you have your own inner light. And so just admire your inner light that you have and remind yourself, hey, I light my own inner light. Nobody needs to light it for me. I can do it. All right, congratulations, guys. I think it's so wonderful that you gave this video a try, that you care enough about your energy to invest time and energy and giving to yourself. Woohoo! Good job. Bye.